Hello everybody, and welcome to another video where today I'm going to be reacting to week 8 of the NFL season. I know it's a little late as week 9 has already started, but I just wanted to make this video quickly and get right back on track. The first game I want to talk about is between the Packers and the Cardinals. This game was a lot of fun to watch and one of the best Thursday night football games to be aired this season. It was so exhilarating. It came right down to the wire, and it ended with a 3-point victory for the Green Bay Packers. It was a great game for Aaron Rodgers, but not so much for Kyler Murray, throwing a couple interceptions and ending up throwing the game-losing interception within the final 15 seconds. In the fourth quarter, the Packers were up by about 3 points at the time, and they wanted to ice this game. They wanted to get a touchdown, make it a 10-point game, and win it. They're on the Cardinals' 1-yard line, and they decide to go for it on all 4 downs. They decide to do that, and it ends up not working out in their favor. Unfortunately for them, they end up getting a goal line stand from the Arizona Cardinals on their 4 plays, and then the Cardinals end up driving all the way down the field to their 1-yard line in the final 15 seconds, where Kyler Murray throws a fade to A.J. Green. A.J. Green doesn't see it, but Rasul Douglas, the cornerback for the Packers, does, and picks it off and wins the game for the Packers. And now they're both 7-1, and the Packers are now the first seed in the conference, if I'm not mistaken. Panthers vs. Falcons. This game was very boring. If you like field goals and punts, you're crazy, but that was all it was. It wasn't fun, but the biggest hit against Robbie Anderson was pretty enjoyable, and that was the most enjoyable thing about this entire game. Titans and Colts. It was a crazy game for both teams as it is a divisional game, and the Titans end up winning by 3 points in overtime. The Colts blew a 14-point lead in the first quarter and lose by 2 interceptions, with Carson Wentz, one on their own 1-yard line, which became a pick 6 as he decided to throw it to his lineman, where it's ended up picked and just jumped in the end zone. Then in overtime, another interception, which ended up being the drive where they ended up getting the game-winning field goal for the Titans. But the big story was Derrick Henry, who's out with season-ending surgery as he needed that, and he did end up getting it. Dolphins and Bills. This game was very boring in the first half, and in the second half it was all Bills. Not really that much to talk about. Dolphins still suck. It's a little unfortunate because they were really good last year, but they suck this year. Bengals and Jets. The Jets win for the first time since their game against the Titans. They have won more games against playoff contenders than the Bucks have or the Cowboys have, so that's a little crazy. The Bengals blow a 31-17 or 13 lead, I'm not totally sure, but they blow a pretty big lead in the fourth quarter. It was a little disappointing because the Jets suck, and Mike White was the offensive player of the week for the Jets. And for the entire AFC, Mike White, an auto-generated name, did that. But Bengals, they're very inconsistent, it seems. But hopefully they can get right back on track and start winning again, just like how the Titans did. Steelers and Browns. This game is boring. Browns lose to a bad Pittsburgh team. Their kicker gets knocked out, and they still end up winning. Ben Roethlisberger still sucks. Pittsburgh still sucks. And the Browns still lose, which is very unfortunate, but this was not a very fun game to watch. Eagles and Lions, I'm going to talk quickly about this one too. Eagles win, Lions lose, they're 0-8, and that's all it. Just Lions suck, Eagles still suck, but they ended up winning against an even worse team. Rams and Texans, this game looks a lot closer because there was Texan points in garbage time, but it was all Rams the entire game. They win easily. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, the entire offense was clicking. Darrell Henderson, this entire team was clicking. Texans were not, and they ended up scoring 2 touchdowns in the final few minutes in the game, and they ended up making it look a lot closer than it was. But the big story is Von Miller being acquired to the Rams from the Broncos for a 2nd and 3rd round pick, and I think another pick in the future. But this is like a win now moment for the Rams, as they don't have a pick till the 5th round in next year's draft. So let's hope that as a Seahawks fan, they don't win it, and then they don't get a pick. 49ers Bears, another boring game. It was the Bears losing without Matt Nagy and the 49ers winning. The 49ers still suck, Bears still suck, and it wasn't a fun game. A few great plays by Justin Fields, and the 49ers had a few big plays, but ultimately a game that nobody cares about, and that's just all there's to say about it. Patriots and Chargers, of course the Chargers lose to the Patriots. The Chargers are so inconsistent recently, and it's very unfortunate because I really thought they were going to be really good this year. They've lost 2 straight to both the Ravens and the Patriots outside of their bye week. That was last week, so that's 3 straight weeks where they haven't had a win. Patriots look like they're going on the right track here, winning against a huge opponent in the Chargers, and the Chargers need to bounce back quick because if you start losing more games, it won't be looking good for you. They now lose the #1 spot in their division to the Raiders. Jaguars and Seahawks, oh my gosh, this game was boring. But the Seahawks end up winning against the bad Jacksonville Jaguar team. The Seahawks, Geno Smith looked good because he played the Jags. DK Metcalf had 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett had a lot of yards. Ultimately, this is a good win to go into your bye week, but as soon as Russell Wilson comes back, which will be after the bye week, that's their moment to prove it. But until then, this team isn't that good, but they do get a huge win after losing 3 straight. Bucks and Saints, of course the Bucks lose to the Saints. Tom Brady wasn't good this game. Trevor Siemian had to play for Jameis Winston, who had a torn ACL this game, and he still won. He still won with Trevor Siemian at the helm. They still won. Think about that. Brady wasn't good. It was a huge upset for the Saints, but now with Jameis Winston out, I have huge doubts in this team, as I don't think Trevor Siemian can get it done. I think they're just trying to get wins against good opponents. Washington versus Denver, another boring game. Broncos win, Washington loses. That's all there is to say. It's not fun. Cowboys and Vikings. Cowboys end up winning after the Vikings blow a pretty good chance after having so many turnovers and takeaways that the Cowboys end up still winning with Cooper Rush. Yes, Cooper Rush. He won the game for them. Cowboys beat another bad team. They're only going to have 2 more games against good teams in the Chiefs and the Cardinals, which is crazy to think about because the Chiefs aren't even good, and the Cardinals may be getting worse after that loss, but I doubt it. But they do end up winning against the Vikings. Vikings still suck. Giants and Chiefs. The Chiefs almost lose to the Giants. Think about that. Patrick Mahomes wasn't good. The Giants were even worse. This game just wasn't fun. If you're a Chiefs fan, this is very alarming. But hopefully they can steer in the right direction and get a bounce back win against the Cowboys. But at this rate, how they're going, I don't think so. And that is going to do it for this week. I did it a lot quicker, but I hope you still enjoyed. This was all around just a crazy week of football, and was a little just all over the place. A lot of upsets, a lot of blown leads, and let's hope that next week can be a lot less crazy, but hopefully it'll still be as fun as it is right now. And yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. And that's going to do it. That's about it. See ya.